Wow. What a fight, man. Going live, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Let's see if they have anyone that's swaying on people, you know what I'm saying? What a fight, man. What a fight. See if I get some people to share how they seen the fight. Because, boxing's a sport of perception, right? Or interpretation. The rules, right? There's rules of boxing. There's how refs, how the judges see the fight, right? But the rules are subjective, right? Oh, he's running. Oh, that's defense. No, he's running. So it depends how the eyes of the judges, right? How they see the fight. So that's why boxing is a beautiful sport, man. Right now we're not getting the fights that we want to get, but man, boxing is a beautiful sport. It's a science, man. So hopefully we get the fights we want to see. The Crawford versus Spence. I hope we get that one. I hope we get the Usyk versus uh, Tyson Fury. I hope David Benavidez steps up and fights better B if he could, you know, dominate the 175 and tell Canelo, hey man, you could run but you can't hide. You know what I mean? That'd be a chess move right there. He's not playing checkers, he's playing chess. If he goes up to 175 and cleans the division, or he knocks out one of the giants at 175, that'll be phenomenal if Benavidez does that. I always said it, I'll say it again. Uh, Better Beef is the Triple G. Uh, what Triple G was to Canelo. Canelo had to move up in weight to fight the monster. So he if you're the best, take the test. Canelo took the test. Yeah, the first fight wasn't. People say he lost, and you know what? I respect that because, like I said, it's a sport of perspective, interpretation, and we've seen Canelo do good defense, but others said Canelo was running. So yeah, and they gave it a draw. Some people say he lost, some people say he won. To me, it could have gone either way. The draw, I was fine with it. But I knew Canelo could have done more. And the second fight, I said Canelo needs to bring it to him Mexican style, and which he did. And Triple G was Mexican style, but I guess he turned into European, Eastern European style. He fought off the back foot, and he did good though. It was a good fight, but Canelo won the fight. Clearly, good fight, great fight, and they had three fights, right? Trilogy, and that's what David Benavidez needs to do. He wants the Canelo fight. He is going to fight Canelo eventually, but he needs to fill out his resume, right? And the best move he can make, I think, is to go up and fight better Beef. He's a big kid, man. He's not 5'8" like Canelo. He's what, 6'1", 6'2", and he does make the weight, man. He can fight at 75 easily. So go up there, get a couple like tune-up fights to see where you're at type of fights. See where the weight, see how you carry the weight, see how you could take a punch, get a couple, top 10, a top 10 guy, or maybe, I don't know, top 15 type guy. See where he's at and get a one or two fights, and then call out Better BF and destroy Better BF if you believe in yourself. And yeah, so that's what he can do. That's how I see it, and he needs to do that. It's a game. Boxing is a game of chess, right? Inside the ring and outside the ring. And if you ultimately want that Canelo fight, that's what you need to do. Because you can't. I don't think Canelo's gonna fight him just yet. But if he does chess moves outside of the ring, eventually you can run, but you can't hide Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Canelo, he's active, man. He fought 6 fights in the time frame of what, a year and a half. So I mean, his body's hurting, man. I get it. I understand, man. He's putting in work. And Terrence Crawford, supposedly the pound for pound number one, he only fights once a year, and he hasn't had a mega super mega fight. When has he had a fight like that? Canelo had a fight with Floyd. Yeah, he got schooled, and he fought in Floyd's terms. He fought at 154 pounds. They fought for the 154-pound belt, but they fought at a catch weight at 153 pounds, and Canelo wasn't making that weight anymore. Um, 152, 153 pounds, something like that. And Canelo said, "You know what? That's the A side. I'm the B side, and let's do it." Terrence Crawford and Spence, they're still trying to define who's the A side, who's not, and who wants this, who wants the percentages. It's just like, come on, man, let's make the fight already, man. So Canelo has mega fight with Floyd. He has a fight with 3 fights with Triple G. Um, he took a fight with Bivol. He went up in weight, and he fought the top champion at 175. Bivol, I believe Bivol is the top champion at 175. So, hey, Benavidez, man, I know people they get mad when I talk trash about Benavidez, but if you're the best, take the test, man. It's about that time, man. It's just like, okay, you fought David Lemieux, a 160 pounder over the hill. I haven't even seen him fight. He looked chubby, man. He looked burnt out, guys. It's just like, okay, I get it, man. And he fought Andre Darrell. It's just like he fought a guy during COVID. It's just like, who is he fighting, dude? It's just like, come on, dude. You're the Mexican monster, but the monster isn't trying to go up to 175 and destroy the top champions, man. There's a lot of good fights you could make at 175. There's the Bivol fights. There's the better beer fights. There's the what's that? He was a champion. Canelo beat him. What's his name at yeah at 68, and then he moved up to 175. What's his name? I forgot. There's Smith Junior's up there. Um, I mean, there's a lot of the good fighters up there, man. You can make some good fights over there. So yeah. All right. So let's talk about the William Cepeda versus Joseph Diaz, man. What a display of skills, man. What a fight. Great fight. Unanimous decision. Yes. It was a good fight though. It was a great fight. It was a good fight. And we seen some good action. Um, in the first 6 rounds, Cepeda, man, was fighting in the inside, investing to the body. And I said the keys to victory to beat JoJo Diaz was the jab. We seen when JoJo Diaz fought what's his name? Devin Haney. Devin Haney kept him at bay with that jab, just throwing that stick out, pss, 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 throwing that stick. And he neutralized them with that stick. And that's how you beat JoJo Diaz. And I said that was one of the keys to victory. Uh when they announced the fight. You gotta have a great stick, man. A good stick to neutralize JoJo Diaz. JoJo Diaz is a good fighter, not a great fighter, but he's a what they call a gatekeeper. He's there to win, man. And if you're not sharp, you're not 100% that day, he will beat you, man. He's that guy that if you're the best, take the test, you fight JoJo Diaz. So I like JoJo Diaz. Is he elite? No. Is he the top at 135? He's really a 130 pounder, but he moved up in weight. He has trouble making weight, but he's not. He's too little for that weight class. His power didn't transcend up there. Um, he really didn't really have power. So yeah, so he's really a 130 pounder. Uh, so yeah, so paid on the first rounds, man. First 6 rounds, boom, boom, jab, jab, body. He was changing levels, investing to the body, and investing to the body gives you dividends for the second half of the fight, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, the ninth, right? So he did that, and we seen the effects of the body work he did. He put pressure using that jab, changing levels. He was throwing combinations, boom, boom, boom. But what he was doing, he was staying in the pocket, and the guy with the shortened arms, JoJo Diaz. That's when you give him a chance, right? When you stay in the inside, the guy with the shorter arms gets there first, right? So JoJo Diaz was just countering him, and he was getting there because he has the shorter hands. So Cepeda was, he has that Mexican heart. He was warring with him. Bah, boo, bah, bah. He was winning the exchanges. Joe Diaz had the high guard, and he was getting hit. but JoJo Diaz was timing him and countering Cepeda with power shots. Boom, boom, shooting when he was in between Cepeda's shots. Cepeda was throwing combination, then JoJo Diaz was catching, he getting hit, and boom, shooting the shot, shooting two shots, and shooting in between Cepeda's shot. And I was like, okay, he's getting hit. So this is when IQ comes in, an adjustment. So he was working the body, staying in the pocket at times, where and bringing the pressure, bringing it, coming forward, bringing it to him, and that's how JoJo Diaz was getting him with those power punches. So in the sixth round, Cepeda got hit, and that's the round JoJo won. I give him one round of the whole fight, and that's why I was like, all right, if Cepeda has IQ and he has a good corner and he's smart, he has to use his advantages and he has to adjust. So what he did in the seventh round, he boxed. I mean, he used boxing, power punching, boxing, and stayed in the pocket at times. Got out. He fought. He boxed in how can I say it? He stayed in the pocket when he needed to stay in the pocket, and then took a little step back, got out of range, and then got back in range, and then used his leg side to side. That's what he was doing, and he used his range because he has a longer arm, so he was using his range. It was mid range. It was still kind of close range, but it was like mid range, just perfect for his length, for his arm, because he had the longer arms, and he was throwing combinations, going to the body, working, and then boom, taking a little step back, okay, shifting to the side, giving him angles. It's like power boxing, right? Boom, 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 and he was investing to the body, going top. JoJo Diaz still hit him with some shot because JoJo Diaz was just waiting for one shot, and he still, of course, this is boxing. He got hit, but he displayed good defense, and like I said, the most important thing is in the first 6 rounds, and he got caught in the 6 rounds. The thing he did, he adjusted, right? In the 7th round, he came out and he boxed from the mid-range, used his range, throwing combinations to the body, changing levels, going to the top, going down, up, down, and then moving when he had to do. And he did that. And it gave him results. So we seen that. And then in the 9th round, Cepeda said, let me see if I can knock him out. And he stepped on the gas a little bit, and he went into close range, and he warred with JoJo, and he did get hit. And JoJo got in the 9th. It was a good round. I still give it a Cepeda, but it was a good round, and it got a little dangerous for Cepeda. So in the 10th round and the 11th, Cepeda started. He boxed a little bit. He did the same thing he did in the 7th round, 8th round, and he boxed, fought in the inside, used his range, he threw his combinations, got out, shift, gave him angles. He boxed. He showed great boxing ability, great footwork. The jab opens your offense and also opens your footwork, right? So he used that. I like that, man. And that guy has good legs. He boxing ability. CAMaRON's fire, man. So yeah, and then in the 12th round, he closed the show and he went inside again. Boom, boom, boom. And it was a good round, close round. I still give it a Cepeda, but it was dangerous, man. And he had to fight in the bag. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to close the 12th round, but he's a showman, Mexican warrior, and he showed that, hey, man, I'm going to finish the round, and I'm going to give you guys a great fight. And he did, man. What a fight, man. Like I said, he displayed a lot of things. But one of the things I saw is from a young prospect or a guy that's coming up is facing adversity. He got hurt in the 6th. In the 7th, he adjusted. So he faced adversity. He adjusted. He showed boxing abilities, defense, and he invested to the body. And that's what slowed down JoJo Diaz. When you get hit in the body, it takes your legs away. It takes your power away, and it takes your air away. You need legs to shoot shots. Right, your base. You need legs to move, and you need You need air to your stamina. You need to move, to use your legs, right? You need your stamina. You need air to shoot your power shots. To shoot, to box. And of course, you need stamina to throughout the whole fight, and you lose steam in punches because you use your base, you use your legs, and when you take those legs, you take the base out, you don't have enough power. Man, what's up, brother? Cepeda was way too busy for Diaz. Good one-sided fight. Yeah, it was a good one-sided fight. Pomona Soul, what's up, brother? Yeah, it was a good fight, man. It's just this guy had too many skills in the toolbox, man. He was fired, man. He did everything I was looking for a top prospect coming up, and he did it. And this is his best performance so far. And no one has ever made JoJo Diaz look this bad, man. He put tips on him. He put a boxing lesson. he destroyed him, man. It was 11 rounds to 1 round, man. That's how I saw it. So yeah, man. He was just way too much. The hand speed, the combinations, the adjustments, everything, man. He displayed a lot. That guy has a great future, and yeah, that's basically what I saw. And Jojo Diaz, man. I don't know where he goes from here, man. He's just the gatekeeper, man. If you're the best, you take the test. You think you're a hot prospect, you're gonna have to face Jojo Diaz. He's a gatekeeper, man. The Edwin de los Santos, the guy that knocked out Ray what's his name, El Rayo. He knocked out El Rayo. That's another prospect coming up. Took a L, but let's see if he learns from it. And that's the Dominican that knocked out El Rayo. He's fire, dude. Fast hands. So that's a good fight for El Camarón. Rayo's a good fight for El Camarón. Pitbull Cruz is a good fight for El Camarón. Raymond Morataya is a good fight for Jojo Diaz. Or Edwin de los Santos is a good fight for Jojo Diaz. He's a gatekeeper, like I said. So yeah, Jojo Diaz is never in a boring fight. This was a good fight. He took a L. He got beat, but he's never in a boring fight. So when you see Jojo, he's gonna bring it, man. So you will get a good fight. So yeah, but the 35 pound division is fire, right? It's on fire, man. We got the Devin Haney's, Lomachenko. Lomachenko fought this weekend. He didn't look too sharp. He hasn't fought in 8 months. He's been in a war. His mind was somewhere else. Maybe it still is. But like I always say, the father of time is undefeated. He's already getting older, so maybe father of time is taking over. So we'll see what happens. But father of time's undefeated, right? So we'll see what happens. He didn't look too well. He fought his sparring partner, and I guess his sparring partner already knew him. And but we'll see. I'm gonna give him a couple fights to see if he's still there, and if I see the same thing, and I seen uh Cepeda going to give what's up, Mike? Cepeda was okay. Cepeda's going to give problems for people at 135. He has a good height and reach. Yeah, he has good height and reach, man. He's 5'9". I forgot his reach. But he has long arms, and yeah, he's not a little guy. So he's got good height for that division, and for sure he's gonna move up to at least, dude. He's 5'9", at least 147 pounds. So yeah, this guy's good, man. But yeah, there's the Haneys, the Lomachenkos, the Kamboses, Cepeda, um, Cepeda. Who's Cepeda? Wait up, Cepeda the 140 pounder. No, William Cepeda. Yeah. My bad. Isaac Cruz. That's a great fight. El Camarón with Isaac Cruz. That's a great fight. And we still have JoJo, Raymond Morataya, Edwin de los Santos, and El Rayo. So there's a lot of guys. There's more, man. I just named a couple that came to my head. So yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of great fighters, man. At the 135 division, and these guys eventually are gonna move up. Haney, Cepeda, Morataya, they're pretty tall, man. So they're gonna move up to divisions to fight at 140. Ryan, I don't know. Ryan's gonna fight Tank. Tank's a 135er. Ryan's a 135er. Now they're saying he's gonna fight a Tank at 136 at a catch weight. So yeah, I don't know. Hey Pomono, so can you put that post again? It disappeared on me. It disappeared on me, Pomono. 1 2 1 2. Let me get that message again, Pomono. So it disappeared on me, brother. But yeah, man. It's this guy's the real deal, Holyfield, how they say, right? He's got skills, man. He's got many weapons, a lot of tools in the toolbox, man. Um, yeah, there's fighters that they're good, but I don't see a lot of tools in the toolbox. I don't see adjustments. It's just the same thing, and they still win the fights. What's the kid from Orange County? I forgot. He fought. Did he fight in the undercard? I think. I forgot his name, but he's a southpaw. He's good, but I forgot his name though. But he's a southpaw. He goes to the body. He has a good jab, but he's stationary. He stays there, and I haven't seen a lot. He's still coming up. Um, he's good, but I want to see some more defense, some angles, some footwork. You know what I mean? throwaway punches, just the things, framing, things that I like from fighters that have tools in the toolbox, just like Canelo. Canelo has all that in the toolbox, and that's the thing that Benavidez is doing a disservice to himself because he's not fighting top competition, man. Competition that would uh will make you go to the next level, right? uh will motivate you, and during the fight you're gonna have to step it up to the next level. And even if you lose, you learn from it, just like how Canelo lost to Floyd and he learned from it, and then now he lost to Bivol, and he's gonna learn from it. And when I say learn, I think Canelo made a big mistake. He should have got a tune-up fight at 175, one or two tune-up fights, to see where he's at, to see if he can carry his power punch, to see if he could take a punch, and most importantly also to see how your body reacts in the second half of the fight, which we seen Canelo in the second half of the fight. He got tired. Alexis Rocha, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. Never let JoJo get set. Yes, yes, that's what I saw too. Also, you have to box JoJo. If you let him stay there in the pocket, he'll beat you, man. He'll land some good shots on you. But what Zepeda did, man, he made JoJo make move his feet, and JoJo, and it worked. He neutralized them. He still got caught a couple of times, but this is boxing, right? You're not gonna be perfect if you're a guy that's throwing combinations. So yeah, and that kid, yeah, you said that kid from Orange County, um, he's good, but I still got to see more, man. I still got to see more tools in the toolbox. Just I see the same thing. Is he gonna be good? I think he has a great future behind him, but he needs to stay in the gym, sharpen his tools, and continue learning. I need to see more and more and more. Next fight, I want to see some more defense, some slickness. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, Alexis Rocha. Yeah, I like Alexis Rocha. Southpaw goes to the body, and he's a workhorse, right? But I want to see some more slickness, some boxing abilities, crispy jab, throwaway punches. Like I said, just more slickness, more boxing abilities, right? Because this is the sport of boxing. You get hit and don't get hit. That's boxing for you. So, yeah, I want to see some more of that. And then when you need a war, you need a war. So inside game, outside game, right? So, yeah, man, that kid's fire, man. I like him. I like him. But Zepeda, he's a problem, and beware, man. He's not a little chaparrito. That he's 5'9", got good length. So and then also, what's the other kid that was 130 pounds? He beat Valdez. What's his name? Shit. Damn, I forgot his name. What's his name? Pomona. What's the name that guy that beat Valdez? Uh he's a southpaw. He beat Valdez and he's moving up to 135. That's another name up there. What's his name? Jesus Christ. Uh he beat Valdez, Pomona. Um Shakur Stevens, that's another one. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Shakur Stevens, another name, another skilled fighter, slick. Yeah, man. So yeah. So that's another name you could throw in. CAMaRON versus Shakur Stevens, Pitbull Cruz, man. So it's and like I said, I got these wild cards: Raymond Morataya, Edward de los Santos, the Dominican, and even Rayo, very skillful. Yeah, Shakur, Alexis Rocha, I agree. Jojo, yeah, he's very skillful, man. Yeah, yeah, man. So I'm excited, and these guys are and Shakur Stevens, he's what, 5'8", like 5'8". He could be a 140 pounder. Yeah, 135 to 140 is stacked, man. We got who do we have in the 140? We have Zepeda and Regis Progress. They're gonna fight next week. Is it next week? No, Thanksgiving at the StubHub, or they changed the name. That's gonna be a good fight, and I think I'm gonna go to the fight. So that's a good fight right there. Two southpaws, number one and number two in the division. So yeah, we got Teofimo Lopez at 140. We have what's the fighter that was undisputed at 140? Man, my mind's slipping me. We got Ramirez. Uh, we got Tank if he's up there. We got Ryan Garcia. Um, yeah, man, it's man. Yeah, who you got between Zepeda and Regis Progress? Man, dude, I don't know. I don't know how to. I gotta study that fight, Pomona. I gotta study the fight because Zepeda, Oh no, no, don't even trip, man. Zepeda, he's always proved me wrong, man. It's just like, who is this guy? I like Regis though, man. But Zepeda just, I don't know. He's got fight of the year, and he's got crazy knockouts. That the last couple fights he had that crazy knockout versus the Puerto Rican cat that was talking trash. He was a top prospect with Robert Garcia, and he diminished him, man. Never's the same. He just got knocked out. Josh Taylor's up there. I like Taylor. Southpaw, tall, uh, grimy. He'll hit you when you're hugging. You got to keep your guards up at all time. Protect yourself at all time because Josh Taylor will hit you, man. He's known for that. So yeah, man, the 140 stack, the 135 stack, the future's good, but the promoters and the TV station need to make these fights, man. It's like I said, right now boxing is hurting, man, because we need to see the fights. We need to see the Crawford versus Spence. Crawford's not pound for pound number one, man. That's all a lie, and that's ESPN. That's cap, man. He's not number one if you're only fighting once a year. Spence is the number two or number three. No, man. He hasn't had a memorable fight. Mega fight. None of those guys had a mega fight. The only guy putting in work is Canelo, and he deserves to rest because he's been fighting. He's had 6 fights in a year and a half. So these guys are fighting once a year. Benavidez, hey man, you're the best. Take the test. Go fight Beterbiev and destroy him if you think you have the skills to pay the bills, man. If you're the real deal, Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Yeah, let's see who's chin. That's gonna be a good fight. I don't think it's gonna go 12 for sure. For sure, it's not going 12. So that's gonna be a barn burner, a Mexican shootout. Well, they're not Mexican, huh? One of them's Mexican, but it's gonna be a barn burner, phone booth type of fight, man. Both guys come forward. Both guys are southpaws. Both guys have power. Both guys have heart. So it's gonna be fire, man. That's a fight. And then we got the Zurdo versus Bivol. That's a great fight, man. Zurdo's big. Zurdo's a southpaw. So he's gonna give Bivol a different look. I just think Bivol has great IQ, boxing abilities. Can Zurdo cut the ring? What Zurdo needs to do is, of course, use your jab to set up your body shots. He has that great jab, and he's long, so he could do that and take those wheels off Bivol. And then the second half of the fight, bring it to him, take him to the ropes and work. He's got to work. You got to beat the champion, right? So yeah, you can't just get a close fight, and they're gonna give it to the champion. So and of course the champion's the fight they want to make is that Canelo fight. So yeah, so he needs to knock him out or just make it look easy work. Make it clear that he won the fight. If it's a close fight, I think it's gonna go to Bivol. So yeah, so I'll break that fight down, and yeah, so we'll see what happens. But the sport of boxing, man, it looks good at 135, 140, but we need to see these big fights. So see what happens, man. We still need the Tank versus Ryan Garcia. See what happens, man. So yeah, it's gonna be another good one, man. Bombs away, man. But Pomono So, man, thank you for stopping by. This is Mike Angelino Sports. You can catch me here. I'm gonna start doing more lives, or catch me with my brothers Cholo Trucker, shout out, and Big Dave. Shout out to Big Dave from the Tres Chingones. Catch me there. Tres Chingones on YouTube or Mike Angelino Sports. I'm going live from now. I'm gonna start doing more lives, guys. So thanks, Pomono So. Thank you, brother, for showing me love. And I'm gone. Mike Angelino Sports. I'm gone. Bah!